Time to wake up America. A tale of two presidencies. On one hand, Donald Trump is a popular president with real Americans, the heartland. Tonight, the president will head to West Virginia for a rally. Look at that. Look at all those people. Look at the people already waiting there for the president. They lined up last night just to see him. Now, you've heard it from me 1,000 times. Stop listening to the polls, stop listening to the media, and stop listening to the anti-Trumpers. Listen to the people. Now to the other presidency. The coastal elites, along with the mainstream media, are constantly trying to derail the president on all fronts. The Washington Post just published the leaked classified phone conversations between President Trump and Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto and Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull. Forget the fact that these leaks are highly illegal. They're also substantial national security risks. Leakers need to be caught and prosecuted, and the media needs to realize the risks they pose by encouraging these leaks. It's a dangerous game they're playing. But when grading a presidency, the two most important factors are clearly the economy and national security. President Obama presided over 8 years of economic malaise. President Obama presided over the massive expansion of ISIS terror and homeland terror. President Obama presided over volatile civil unrest in our communities. President Obama was a failed presidency. President Trump, however, has a robust economy. ISIS is just about defeated. The Supreme Court is intact and conservative. And by the way, have you heard of any race riots in Ferguson or Baltimore recently? So you decide which matters most, your economic well-being and your security, or a conversation with a Mexican president. Bottom line, Trump has fixed most of the Obama failures, and I'd call that a successful first 6 months. Trace Atkins, you know, I've been promoting this book for the last few weeks, and you go out and you talk to real people, the people in the heartland. They love Donald Trump. When you go out on stage, do they like, do you get the pulse of the people?
You know what? I don't go there. I don't go there in my shows. I never have. I never have. I'm one of those entertainers that it's like that guy he didn't buy a ticket to come hear me pontificate and puke up my political views on stage just because I have a microphone. I don't do it, man. I just don't. I sing my songs and maybe try to say something funny every now and then, and I get off the stage. You know, and I don't like guys that use the bully pulpit of a concert hall to beat people over the head with
like
stuff.
Green Day?
Anybody. I don't care what your political bent may be. Just don't do it.
Roger Waters had a Trump balloon and like Trump being like spray painted with a it's a nasty picture of Trump on a balloon floating around his concerts.
But, you know, just to say something about what you just said, I like what Tennessee Senator Bob Corker said today. You know, they just need to fire everybody in that White House, get rid of them.
The leakers.
Whoever, and don't be careful about it. I think were Senator Corker's words. Don't be careful about it. If you have just any inkling of a suspicion, get rid of them. Just get them out.
What'd you say, Eb? What, the Obama failed presidency?
I mean, like President Trump's 6, 7 months in. Let's give him a little bit more time before we do a fair comparison of who's a failure and who's a success. I will give you this much. I think President Obama, terrorism absolutely grew under his watch. That's undisputable. So I'll absolutely give you that. The economy stuff, I think I have to look at it in tandem. And I think it's really funny how now all of a sudden these low unemployment numbers are given such gratitude and weight behind them. But when we saw those numbers, Eric, go down, 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 and down and down under Obama, those numbers were picked apart. They were fake numbers. They weren't real jobs. They're not real jobs. They're low-paying jobs. They're Walmart greeters. So I just wanted some consistency in the unemployment issue.
Well, it is. This is the highest in history. The employed Americans is the highest.
I understand, but you know what I'm saying? It's the same number we've been looking at for the past 8 years.
Okay, fair enough.
Is that fair?
No,
okay.
but I remember President Obama blaming the prior president for what was going on for a while.
And I think that's raggedy, too.
For 8 years.
Every man or woman in the White House should be accountable for their own tenure.
Your thoughts on anything?
Oh, boy. No, I think that President Trump has strengths and weaknesses. There's no doubt there's been some things very messy in the White House, Eric. There's no mistake about that. However, there's also no mistake about the fact that finally we have somebody removing regulations, particularly environmental regulations, people are afraid to do because it looks mean, when really, pretty clearly, the solution is innovation in green technology and those sorts of things in terms of, because that's, you know, you can get the economy going and you can help the environment. So no, he doesn't get enough credit for those things. The economy is doing great, and it is because of the lessening the regulations and But, you know, it's a little bit of both. You know, it's a little bit of a nuanced view. And I think sometimes President Trump does step on his own toes, though. If he wasn't, you know, talking about the Russia investigation so much, maybe we would talk about these things a little more.
Guy?
You mentioned the failed presidency of President Obama. I think one area where that is indisputable is looking at his own party, especially at the state level. He decimated the Democratic Party over the course of his 8 years, and we're going to watch this rally tonight in West Virginia. The big announcement we now know, Governor Jim Justice, a Democrat in West Virginia, one of the few left in the country, a Democratic governor, he's quitting the party, coming back to the GOP, which will make it 34 out of 50 governorships controlled by the Republicans. That is sort of the gift, the Obama legacy gift that has kept on giving.
I love that he did a rally for that, by the way. Very funny move.
Wow, he's very popular in West Virginia.